want to help you pass any prop account. So let me tell you the tips and tricks that help me pass and keep prop accounts. And I get it because I've been there. You keep buying prop evaluations and nearly hitting the profit target and then blowing the account on one dumb trade that you know you shouldn't have taken anyway. So let's fix that. And if you're like me, you don't want to constantly have to pay for new evals. Sometimes you can even lose an account that's in profit by breaking a rule. And we can get into a mental trap of proving we're a good trader or that we're right about a particular trade instead of just focusing on passing. So in the next 5 minutes, I'll give you a simple plan to pass any futures prop account step by step. And of course, I'll use MyFundedFutures as a real example, so this isn't just theory. So what is a prop eval in the first place? It's a test where you trade the firm's rules on a simulated account to prove that you can follow basic risk and make a small profit. Pass it and you get access to the firm's capital instead of your own. It's a really great opportunity for traders with limited capital or those looking to add some leverage with some pretty low risk. The prop model works great for futures traders since small margins can control really big contracts, and we can trade nearly 24 hours a day, giving traders a ton of flexibility. Of course, MyFundedFutures is a top prop firm because they offer futures trading with a one-step evaluation, multiple platforms that you can trade on. They're also known for end-of-day trailing drawdown, no daily loss limit, and fast payouts once funded. Oh, and no activation fee, so it's a really upfront, all-in cost when you sign up for an account. First, one of the most important things is picking the right account size. And a lot of beginners can fail because they pick an account size that kind of makes them trade too big for their actual skill level. So a lot of the time, starting with a smaller account or even a mid-tier account where the profit and drawdown are more realistic for your average size win and trading frequency makes a lot more sense. And there's really no shame in starting with a smaller 50K account and working your way up in skill before going for those more expensive, larger accounts. You can kind of reward yourself with those later. The smaller accounts can have some more reasonable goals to focus on at first when you're brand new. So I always suggest that traders start out small with a 50K core or scale account and prove to MyFundedFutures as well as themselves that they're ready for more size. Next, read the rules like a lawyer and know the details. Prop firms have strict rules you need to know, and here are some of the key rules with MyFundedFutures. There's end-of-day trailing drawdown, which is drawdown that moves up with your closed profit at the end of the day rather than intraday that you may see with some other firms. You can't let your account balance fall below that drawdown line or you fail. There's no daily loss limit, which means MyFundedFutures doesn't impose a formal daily loss cap, which is great, but you absolutely should consider setting your own daily cap so you don't hit the trailing max drawdown and you're really practicing some discipline. There are some product and time restrictions, so you need to check which futures products are allowed and at which times, and any news or holiday trading restrictions. Plus, any steps that you need to take to trade certain assets like gold futures, you might have to turn on or add a feature. Always check the rules for holding into close or through news events. We can't hold positions through close when overnight margin kicks in, and funded accounts may be limited for some of the top news events. After you know which account type and size and know the rules like the back of your hand, you can reverse engineer the profit target into a profit plan. For example, if the profit target is $3,000 and you give yourself 20 trading days, that's only $150 per day on average. You don't need to hit that goal every day. You just need to avoid big drawdown days and let those base hits add up. And you don't need to push for anything wild and crazy. I like to set a personal daily loss and max position rule for myself, so I end up staying well within the firm's limit without really having to worry about that all throughout the day. For a self-imposed daily loss cap, something like a small fraction of the account size, like 1/10 or less per day, might be kind of a good starting guideline. That way it's really hard to hit the account max drawdown in any single session. So on a 50K account, that might be $300 to $500. Blowing an account on trailing drawdown is usually from revenge trading, let's face it, and not a planned loss from a planned trade. And it can happen even on accounts that are in profit, which really sucks. If trading were that easy, we wouldn't need to prove ourselves with an eval, right? So these are meant to be a challenge. Keeping each session's profits and losses in check is really key to passing and later keeping your prop accounts. Next, you can set a max contract rule by using the smallest size that makes the math work towards the target that you just set. It's probably a good idea for new traders to start with single contract on the S&P, NASDAQ, crude oil, gold, what have you, then increase later so your trading style and strategy can meet your targets for your profit plan. To pass, you really need a roadmap to how you plan on passing your account. And this is your broader account for managing the account to profit target. You'll also have your trading plan and strategies within that. Here's what I mean. The first week, you could just focus on not failing and start collecting data on your trades and get acquainted with the platform. Don't forget, you can check your trading stats by instrument, hour, time in trade, and even more in your dashboard. Here are some rules that I suggest for week 1. Trade half your planned normal size or even just one micro contract. We're just setting a baseline and getting some data. We're not throwing a Hail Mary at the Super Bowl when we're just getting started. Then set a maximum number of trades per day. For me, that's usually around 3 to 5 trades, and stick to it like you want to replace your day job. Set a hard rule that if you hit your daily loss cap or your first profit target, you are done for the day, no exceptions. Log the trades and walk away. This discipline is what you need to be able to find success in trading, so you really need to practice this. Your goal for week 1 is just to get comfortable with your platform and MyFundedFutures rules in a live trading environment without flirting with the drawdown edge. After you're up some profit, you can shift into protect the cushion mode. Maybe this is week 2. When you're up, maybe you get even more conservative. Once you have a profit buffer above the trailing drawdown, your mission changes from making profits to don't lose the account. You might want to reduce size if your cushion shrinks. You see what I'm saying? So stop trading for the day if you give back more than a small percentage of your peak equity. Discipline is the most important trading skill. Practice it all sessions, every session you trade. At the end of every day and over the weekend, it's usually a good time to kind of check in with yourself. You can start a little checklist. Did I follow my max daily loss rule? Did I trade outside my planned times or setups? Did I get close to the trailing drawdown? Then week 3 and 4, you can really hone in and optimize your plan based on the insights you get from reviewing your trading stats and your trading journal and all of the review work that you do at the end of the sessions. Then you can adjust your contract size, the time window that you're trading in, or your max daily cap based on what this review shows you. Then, of course, don't ever neglect your mindset. And don't forget, we aren't trading to impress, we're trading to get funded. Don't treat the eval like a flex. Treat it like a job interview with risk limits. Do you have any tips for our new traders to add? Leave a comment with your favorite tip or light bulb moment, either from this video or in your own trading journey. And of course, subscribe for more content like this, and don't forget to join our live streams. I'll see you there.